And we have a stop. Um, this plastic one. Come back for that other one. Thank you, Jesus, for my house being fresh. Hold on. One second. Dude, I gotta go run back outside for one more thing. But I'll put it right there. Oh, it's not even on. Pardon my language. I'm all pardon my language. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold up 1 second if anybody's there. I gotta go grab one more thing. Okay. Bring shit in the car. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Nobody's there yet, which is good. Just kidding. We're trying to set up our strobe light. and a change real fast. Just to a beater because it is so hot. Power. Yeah. Boom. I like it. It's light. All right. Great. Great, great, great. Be right back. Okay, we're ready. Nobody's on. That's that stuff that I always talk about. Today was my first day wearing my Cortez Nike. I'm all excited. Okay. It is hot. Maybe I'll bring this all the way like this. Oh, that's perfect. It works good right there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Nobody's on. Really, man? I would like to welcome everybody to our podcast, Behind Bars in the 505. I started this podcast along with a few of my friends. Do you want to see my dog's dress? Come here, dog. Come here. Come here. You want to see your dress too? Yeah, that's my dog's dress. Mm-hmm. Very cute. I'm gonna try and make her another one. What is 10 minutes? 10 minutes of nada. Come on, Jules. Go get your baby and let's play catch. Get your baby. You want to play catch? Let's see who gets on. I didn't have to rush home. Although rushing home from my meeting. Stop, Al. Stop, you little push. I'm waiting for someone to hop on and let's see about this browser. This light is bright. You can see all my whole face, my whole everything. You eating your papa, my diggity? You was hungry, huh? There's nobody here. So, what is everybody doing on this lovely Thursday evening? I wish I was singing karaoke somewhere. I'm trying to get up my act and I'm trying to do Madonna. Either I want to sing Holiday or Like a Virgin. Like a virgin. Touch for the very first time. Like a virgin. Make it happy. Next week. I'm not sure. I want to go camping. Glamping. I seen this cool glamping place in Pecos, and I'm gonna go. You're gonna be seeing me doing a video of the glamping place. Watch. I so want to do it. This is crazy. Oh, this is really crazy. Mm. Madison, are you at
Hey, yes.
Walmart?
Sorry.
It's okay. I figured I was just about to text you, well, because I was coming in from work too. It's okay. Is Michelle coming
So
on?
no, Sheila and Rose, I guess they had something that they had to do a meeting or something. I'm not too sure what exactly, but they couldn't make it. But I did talk to Bully. You remember Bully? Cassandra Noon? Do you
Yeah, I
remember her?
remember Bully. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, she wants to do it, but next week, because she was
Okay.
actually on the way to the women's prison in Phoenix or in Arizona somewhere.
Oh
So she
wow.
couldn't do it tonight. And then I just got off the phone with Rebecca Duran. Do you remember her?
Uh-huh. What's her name? Gosh. What was her nickname?
I don't, Bubbles.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I just got off the phone with her, and she was gonna do it today, but she's a little nervous, so she wants to prepare.
Okay.
And so where is it at? So when we meet next time, we gotta let her know in advance, so that way she'll come on.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she said she's really excited to do it. She said she wants to write down like things that she wants to talk about and say, so that way when she does talk, she doesn't get so nervous she forgets.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, so we got people lined up.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And then
Yeah,
Susie wanted to come on too, but
she's-
I I forgot to send her the link, and then she hasn't got on, but she wants to come on. And then who? Oh, Tiny too. Sabrina Jaramillo. She was maintenance.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about that other girl that you said wanted to come on? Um, Helen. What hasn't Helen?
Oh, she hasn't. She never got on. She was supposed to, and
She never got on.
I think that sometimes it's hard for people to get on.
Uh,
But
you know what I noticed? That if you send it to us through the phone, it's way easier than through
easier, huh?
Messenger.
Huh? Yeah.
Really, it is. So when I got on this time and I did it through the message through my phone, I was like, wow, that was real quick. So all I had to do was put my name on the display and I was in.
Okay, so I'll send it to you like that from now on. Okay.
Okay,
Well, so it's
that sounds good.
easier. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to see if I could get a way to send a notification, because we gotta get a notification going. I really don't know that. And then the reason why I wanted to switch from our Friday day into the day, because so my wife watches some stuff on YouTube, and the cheese mess stuff is on Friday at 5 o'clock. And I'm
what
like,
is?
there's the girls that get their Ba and another girl that are like, they're battling back and forth, so a lot of people are watching them at 5. That's why people are not really watching our stuff. So I'm hoping if we change days that maybe we can get a little bit of an audience, or I don't know.
That sounds good. I think because usually Fridays people are getting ready for the weekend and
Or going on
doing their
vacation,
weekend
or
stuff,
yeah.
and I
Thursdays
think
is for more
after
people.
go in front of me so I could follow you. Well, I don't know. Find your mom. I thought she said she was in the shower stuff. Oh, well, I don't know. Look around. Um, I think after like work hours, because a lot of the women they do have jobs because some of them are on parole and probation. So
Yeah.
maybe like after hours, like 8 o'clock, I think is a good time.
Yeah, I think so too, because 5 was like Nobody, you know what I mean? We need to kind of find our niche, you know what I mean? Kind of find
Yeah.
our little spot. But I think Thursdays might work better for us.
Yeah, and then I had a few people from my mother-in-law they're from Dallas, and they were wanting to subscribe to our channel, but couldn't find us. So what I had to do is I screenshotted your name I went to your channel on YouTube and I just sent them that. So I don't know if they subscribed or not.
Okay, I'm trying this weekend to change our name on the YouTube and the Facebook. Well, because my wife knows more how to do that. I don't know. I think I can change it on the YouTube. I tried to do it on the Facebook group and I couldn't do it. I think I have to do it on my computer. I'm not positive yet, but I'm pretty sure that because I read the little instructions or whatever, but then I never got around to doing it. So yeah.
Yeah. Did she say she was in this clothes or in little girl's clothes? There she is right there. We're shopping and I'm looking for his mom.
Oh, how cute.
And I was on the phone. Yeah, so I think we should try maybe even try different days, not really have a set day.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So that so everybody that comes on, they could be like, oh, I can't do it on Friday, but I could do it on Monday.
Yeah.
Or, I could do it Wednesday, you know what I mean? And we could switch it up on different days, different of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree, because until we get our 90 hours, like I said, we have one other person subscribed, because when I started the channel, I had 33 subscribers, but now we have 34. And if we're able to get 90 hours of content, then we can get monetized, where we can start getting ads where they'll start paying us a little bit or whatever. But we have to get those 90 hours. So that's what I'm more concerned about, just getting those hours in. We have 6 hours so far, which is not bad. No. So by the end of next week, we should have almost 10 or 12.
Okay. Huh? Oh, those are just regular sports bras like these. That's what these are. That's what I get. See, the ones I had were those, and I don't like those. That I get are those. But
what is
and
it?
Hey,
I want to talk about girlfriend drama or something like that, or
that's so weird, because I was thinking the same thing too.
Do you remember when Crystal, that's actually she calls me her wifey, Crystal Seymour, when she slashed what's her name across her face in Level Force?
Yes, I remember. Yes, I remember. And that was one of the reasons why also I was hoping that Sheila and Rose can get on too. Maybe that would be a thing that they can discuss,
Yeah. Well, I think it would be
we could talk about all the different types of dramas, the reason for the different types of disciplinary stuff that people got written up for. Even I've heard people get written up for getting sunburned.
Oh yeah,
because that's altering your appearance.
I've heard that too.
And how some of the girls they tear apart the sheets and tie them onto their bed so they don't come off. That's another write up if they catch you.
I think that would be good for us to talk about, maybe the different kinds of disciplinaries, or maybe we could have what is the most wild disciplinary? I'm going to tell you mine because it's really crazy. So when we were leaving CCA, Miss Howard, remember Miss Howard, the librarian?
Yes.
She didn't like me, and I don't know why she didn't like me, but I only know because Michelle Padilla worked for her, and she's the one who told me. Okay, so
Well, Michelle wants to get on too. That was another person I forgot. My friend Michelle Lee, she wants to get on. Michelle Padilla, but she couldn't tonight because she was babysitting her grandkids.
oh, okay.
So we need to let her know in advance so that way she can also get on. So I have people that want to get on. They just need like a further notice.
Right on. Okay, that's great. So what we could start doing right now is making like a 2 week block of like, hey, well, we're scheduled next week, and then we're scheduling for the next week, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
And you know another thing too, like on the podcast, like not just us talking and getting people, but what about you think about like you know how you go to the Wings events? Like on a podcast, you record the Wings because that's part
Yeah.
of the prison system. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
supposed to go to but I don't think they'll let me record. I applied to go into the Springer Day, the family day. You know when Wings goes? Well, because I'm a part of Wings, but I don't know if I'm gonna get denied.
oh really?
They told Brad got approved to go into one of the facilities, so
Oh, she did?
I'm figuring if Brad could do it, God is good. You know, like they might not, you know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see.
Right. God can open up the doors any type of way. You know what I
That,
mean?
and the reason why I want to go back is because I want those ladies to see that there is hope. And even if you don't have family support, like myself, don't have no family support. I've had literally people in my community who have helped me more than my own family. You know what I mean? And I want
Yeah.
people to know that they can do it. Like me, I'm doing it on my own, and you can make it if you have your mindset and you're wanting a better life and not to go back into that revolving door, because it's easy to say, oh, I'm just going to go back. Oh, okay, I'm just going to go back, or you know what I mean? But I want them to know that
Yeah.
they can do it, and they can come out and they can be successful out here if they put a little bit of effort into it. And that's really why I'm trying to go back and give that message, because they asked
Right.
on the application, like, why are you trying to come back or whatever, you know? Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's true because a lot of girls do. A majority of the girls do say, "Hey, I'm gonna come back. It's so much easier." You know what I mean? Like I could just find on my number, this and that,
I've heard
and
that
show them that
so
there's
many
different
times.
ways.
I was I was literally so scared to come out, because I used to see girls go out and come right back in like 30 days, like weird, like revolving door literally. And I used to be like, oh my God, is it that easy? Like, is it that easy? It's not really that easy. What it is, it's that hard to stay out. You have to want it more to be able to say, like, I don't want that life no more, and I don't care what I gotta do, I'm gonna do it to stay out. Like that's just what you gotta do, you know?
Right, right. And then if you know another thing to do, or like we can do, is like if you know anybody that's in there on the inside, maybe you can schedule a phone call.
I was actually my Theo. He's an S and M'er, and he's I'm all he was on a phone call last week, and I was gonna ask his old lady, and I thought she was gonna come to my program tonight, but I'm gonna ask her. I want to schedule a meeting with him, and I want us to be like, she'll be here with me, and he'll be on the phone, and you and I will be able to talk to him and either ask him questions, or he could talk about whatever he wants to tell us, because the men's facilities are so much different than the way they're run here. Like what I was finding out was, because I was like, how is it so that they get all these certificates and they come out with electrical certificates and like all this educational stuff, but what the priest that I know, he did 32 years, and you have to pay. So like the men will have to pay to get those certificates. It's not given to them free. They have to. So literally it's like all a money making scheme. You know what I mean? Like we're like they say, we're literally just a number to them. We're not, they don't care
Right,
about us. They really don't. They don't care if we come back. They don't care if we stay out. We're just a number to them. And as long as they're making I think it's like $216 a day, or it's like something, that's the amount that they get for us. They don't care.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think that's a good idea too. So
You know what I
I'm
want to also start? I want to start like looking for people, because there's a lot of people that have died or had bad experiences in county before they even go to prison, you know? So we
right.
can start looking for some of those stories also, because there's all kinds of different avenues. Do you know what I mean? There's not just like the recidivism, there's the whole, like the abuse, there's the strip searching. We haven't even touched on like 1/10 of the stuff that we want to talk about. The strip
Yeah.
searches, the illegal strip searches, the cough, the no cough. Like, what do people think about that? Do you think that it was like, it was really unfair that they had to make us cough and now all of a sudden we don't have to cough? Or you know what I mean? Like, where do they draw the line? Like, all of a sudden it's okay, we had to cough 100 times, and then now all of a sudden we don't even got a squat and cough. Like, I don't know. It's just like, where's the middle line? You know what I mean? Like, where's the standard that they have, or that the cops are supposed to like stand by, right?
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with the grievances that were coming in. Like there's like a chain of command that you have to follow and stuff. And the women were grievancing on like how the strip searches were being conducted, how they felt. Then it goes to basically your unit manager. Then if you don't like what the unit manager says, then you have to appeal it. Then it goes to like the assistant warden. Then if you don't like that decision, you appeal it to the warden. And then if you don't like that one, then you could take it to a lawyer and go to civil court for it. And I think the reason why it changed is because we went all the way up to um, the warden, and to avoid any kind of class action suit, that's why she changed it where you didn't have to cough.
Right. I think like, I don't know, it's just you're there's a lot of people that Yazi should have been removed a long time ago, you know what I mean? And her making girls feel like, because I just heard a story like last week of that girl telling me, she told me that Yazi elbowed her when she was doing her fingerprints, that Yazi literally like elbowed her, dude, in her ribs. And I was
Who?
all, what? The girl that I interviewed last week, Corina Portillo.
Karina said what? For real?
She told me that intake Yazi, and she's more timider. Like, I feel like you and I are more like the wild ones. You know what I mean? Like, more like vocal, more like Mike. We have a presence about us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Corina's more like scared. Like, she was probably coming into the prison thinking like being more timid, shaking a little bit. And I think that
Yeah.
Yazi, she was able to take advantage of those situations because she had seen those kind of things. She's seen girls scared. She knew they were gonna go say, "Hey, this guard elbowed me in the ribs," or you know what I mean?
Right. They do that to certain people that they know that they could get away with it.
That's exactly what, and she said that. Corina said that. She said, who was going to listen to me? She said, who would I have told? And I said, well, you're right. I said, but I said, she didn't have no right to do that to you. And she said, but I always thought, and that's what Corina said. She said, well, what about the more girls that are more like crazy, or that are here on bigger charges, or do you know what I mean? Yazi was
Yeah.
probably intimidated of them and said, like, I better not, I can't, I'm not gonna elbow this girl. Do you know what I mean? What if she does something? Or you know what I mean? She
Right.
knew where she could cross her boundary and where people weren't gonna open their eyes. Or do you know what I mean?
Right. Like Patches. I don't know if you remember her. There was no, I don't think they would do something to her because they know she don't care. You know what I mean? She'll
Yeah.
fight the fields back right there on the spot and go to state for it and not give a rat's ass about it.
I know, man. I remember the first time that I ever seen Patches. She was in the chow hall, and she was fighting. Something about her pancakes, okay? And she took her shirt off, and I was like, "What is happening?" I'm like,
Yeah.
this lady just took her shirt off in the middle of Chow Hall breakfast pancakes. And you know how CCA Chow Hall pancakes are serious. You want to get your Chow Hall pancakes. And she took off her shirt. And I'm like, oh my God, they're taking this lady to SEG right now.
Yeah,
But that's the worst
I
time.
remember even she got a mop stick and started beating up the B unit CO.
She's she's wild, no?
Yeah,
But you're right. That's one that inmate they're gonna look and they're gonna say like we ain't even going down her lane because Patches would walk down CCA down the middle because she didn't care. She said, if you're gonna come for me, because I'm not scared of you. That's the kind of
right.
person Patches was.
Oh, also our razors. There were Bic and what was yours? Gillette, right? Gillette. Sorry.
You're all trying to remember everything you need at the Walmart, huh?
Yeah.
I know Walmart's is like a mission, yeah. How are you liking the new house? You like it?
I like it. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It's upstairs, downstairs. It's like 1,100 square feet. So we have a
Yay!
lot more room.
That's good. Well,
Yeah.
because now you have the baby, and then you have
Ye-
his mom staying. Yeah.
Yes, and I like it because my mother-in-law's not in the girls' room. She has her own privacy. She has her own privacy and also her own bathroom. So
That's
that's good.
nice. That's good.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I gotta scan it out. We forgot this one too. Do you need this again, or will it go through? Give Bina her thing.
So you just let me know who's gonna come on whatever day, and we'll just post for next week. And then I'm trying to get in like 2 days next week, so that way. But tell them whatever days they want to do it, we're fine. It doesn't matter. We're not trying to do to a set date, and then that way we can just try to build up a little audience. You know.
So sounds good. You just gotta let me know when so I can get in contact with the girls. I mean, like I told you, I have a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I'm gonna actually, after I get off this, I'm gonna try to contact Susie and see if I can lock her down for a date or whatever. So that way, she just
Yeah,
wanted to check it out, so that way she can see. Because people are like, "Well, what is a podcast?" And then also on the after the 19th, my homie is in a halfway house. He's doing federal halfway time, but
yeah.
when he gets out on the 19th, he's gonna do an interview for us. So I'm all excited. Well, because we're gonna have a male, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's important for us to be able to not just say, okay, well, we're bringing the population of women. We are bringing all the population of all of New Mexico, incarcerated
Right,
men, women, whatever. If any men want to get on, we are not discriminating against anybody. We would love to be able to tell their story and to be able to showcase whatever they want to talk about on our podcast. And I think that that's something that we also want to put out there too. And with my friend doing the podcast, I think it'll open up doors too to people saying, oh, well, they're not just women, or you know what I mean?
right. That's exactly. And maybe even try to get some people that are not just from New Mexico, but maybe even other states and stuff, just so that way they know it's open and we're reaching more people.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I feel like as long as it's in our demographic, which is like, we're talking about people who've been locked up, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? And I think it'd be important. I wish I could find someone from Texas because those are really hard, like Tent City or something like that would be very interesting. I'm gonna put it out there that I'm looking for someone who's done time in Tent City, or is that Arizona?
That's Arizona. See, bullies in Arizona. So she probably, if we get a hold of her or whatever, we could probably get somebody from over there because she visits the women's prisons out there.
And we
And
can
and
even
she speaks.
say we're looking for people who are locked up too. We'll on the phone, whatever. Like I'm willing to be able to do stuff like that also, because
Yeah,
I
because
think
it
that
could be not even just prisons, but also like jails. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because you know how some people get chance after chance after chance. You know,
yes,
like
that's right.
they can speak on what it's like to be in county. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought county and MDC was more of a prison than CCA was.
Right. Well, it's because they're
Yeah,
strict over there.
yeah.
I think MDC is one of the strictest
It
ones.
could be.
It's ran more like a strict facility, not like just a county jail. You know what I mean? It's ran like a strict facility. The
Right.
way they have that machine and all that stuff, I only know because when I would go for court for TA, we would have to pick people up there, and you have to see them going in the machine or whatever, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing too, like the different types of like searches
Oh
and
yes,
stuff.
I think that we should also talk about that, like the chair, and then how we never had for a long, long time. We never had a body scanner. We did not have a body scanner for a long, long time, and
Yeah,
then at Springer, the reason why we got a body scanner was because that girl that had her mom bringing in all those Suboxones in her shoe, and they busted her because of the phone conversation. It was like she literally told on herself. But that's why they became a body scanner, like not literally, because they were trying to protect cops from bringing the stuff in and the inmates. That's kind of crazy, right? When you think about
yeah.
it.
I didn't do that when I didn't go into MDC or CCA when the body scanner was there.
No?
No, I was like the simple stuff where they strip search you and they fill you and you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they pat search you.
Pat search you. I was gonna say fill you down. That's basically what it feels like.
Right. I was talking to I was telling them about when they would rate us, like, you know, when you go to get a strip search and a massive shakedown, and you guys are all going to the gym, and everybody's like, oh, I always used to want to be first because I would want to get back to the pod, like get it over with, you know what I mean? And they're all, why do you always want to go first, Rhiannon? And I'm like, because the cops always are trying to intimidate us, right? They want to make us feel like, so I'm all throwing my clothes at them, and when they're all telling me, slow down, slow down.
Oh, I know. The thing, I like to go kind of like in the middle to last, um, in one day because then they're tired.
Yeah.
They're tired and they're like, they just want to get it over with.
They don't even
And
care.
you know what I mean? They do it half assed. They're all,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah.
And I used to always try to go through CERN COs instead of,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean?
never
Like,
used to want to go through Ortiz in Springer.
oh, I don't know who that one is. Is that the one with the black hair? And she was real, real light complected. She would always wear a ponytail, real
Yeah.
thick, like frizzy hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was mean.
Mean. Just
She,
mean.
she was mean. When I was at CCI, I used to like to go through Panero. Remember
Yeah.
Panero?
Oh yeah. She was
Panero
cool.
and Molina. I would
Yeah.
always like to go through them.
She'll be all, just go, just go.
Yeah. Yep.
It's because
And I used
they're so tired of fucking smelling ass, bro. They're so tired of smelling ass.
yeah.
They're all, just go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I know. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I got lost. Okay, here I am.
okay. So what should we
But
talk
yeah,
about our next one so that I can post it and then we can pretty much get off. We covered a lot of stuff and it was good. I feel like maybe like disciplinary or girlfriends. What do you think?
I think
Oh,
girlfriend.
I never told you about my situation about Miss Howard. So when I
No.
was Miss Howard, I this is when I moved to RDAP and I came out of F unit and I had barely come out of population because I was in F unit my whole time because because of my co-defendants, they tried to
Yeah.
keep us separated. Well, it never worked. Well,
Yeah, but
anyways,
they went to level 4.
no, Angel did after this assault when she assaulted me in RDAP. But it's because I didn't fight her back, but whatever. Because I was trying to wait on those lump sums. I waited 6 months to get 2 lump sums and wait 30 days behind that. And then for her to try to take that for me, I was like, you're crazy, bitch. I'm not. Hey, so one day Miss Howard is walking down B unit courtyard, right? And
Yeah.
she swears that I'm eating out essence, bro. She wrote it down on a paper and everything. And I'm like, you're crazy. Because, first of all, Essence is my homie. I said, and she had her boxers on and she tried to say that she was naked, dude. She wrote, and then they ran the cameras and everything. And I knew disciplinary. They were like, don't even worry about it, Montoya, because I was freaking out. I was like, I'm not going to go to Springer now because I was going to pick up those points and then I would have been a level 3 if I would have picked up those points. I feel like that's what she was trying to do to me because Miss Howard, for some reason, she didn't like me. I don't know why, but Michelle told me that Miss Howard did not like me. And Kissy, remember Kissy?
Yeah.
Kissy was
Why
like,
didn't
for
she like
some
you?
reason, Miss Howard doesn't like you. And I'm like, okay. Well, anyways, I beat her right up and she was so mad. She was so mad because Miss Howard writes good write-ups, the times, the dates, everything, and I beat her right up. But disciplinary, he watched the camera and he's all, that didn't happen. He goes like that, and I said, duh. I said, it's in broad daylight. Really? Like, come on, man. I was like, that's crazy for her to even say something like that. But an officer can lie on you like
No.
that. And Miss Howard tried to do that to me, dude. She tried to get me, I think she was trying to get me sent to level 3s. Because I was going to go to Springer. I was already at level 1. I had -4 points.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was my wildest write-up. Miss Howard.
See, I like Miss Howard. She was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She would always bring me my labels when we would go to segregation because I used to go there a lot.
For segregation,
Yeah.
Miss Howard was, when you went to seg, like the only thing that was like you would get up to look at your window was for Miss Howard when she was pushing the little cart, or or when they would be coming to bring your tray. I can't stand you. You're all laughing.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you're like in torture back there. That shit's torture. They thought
No.
that little Springer jail was fucking seg was anything, and over there, CCA was torture. I did 7 days back there, and I was like, I'll never do seg time again. That shit. And I was back there with Sasha and her girlfriend. And let me tell you what happened. Sasha's girlfriend was gonna come out. And I kept hearing them talking back and forth. And she's all, you better do it. You better do it. And I was like, what are they talking about? I don't know what they were talking about, right? Once the CO opened the door, she started lighting up the CO. Boom, 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 boom. And I was
It's
tripping
because she
out.
wanted to stay back there.
I was tripping out because she was little. She was little. And that CO did not lay a hand on her. Didn't mace her. The CO fell like that, boom, on her back. And I was like, and check this out. You know who got the CO help? I did. Because they were in the bubble and they're supposed to be watching. When they're at the door like that, that's a security risk. They weren't even watching. They had their backs turned. They were laughing. And I ran in there and I said, hey, before they locked us down again, because if I would have got locked down, they would have put me in there and I want to come out for count, right? Because we were coming out for count. You know, when they barely let you out for count? So I said, nah, I said, I'm leaving. And I grabbed my bag and I went and I went over there and I said, hey, your CO's getting her ass whipped. And I took off.
Oh my gosh, Rhiannon. Why would you do that?
Well, because I kind of felt bad for her. She was getting beat up, dude. That girl was on top of her.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with the girl prison and the guy prison. That's the difference. The guys stick together. Yes, they have their issues, their problems or whatever, like their gangs, but they stick together. You know what I mean? It's us against the COs. And with the women's prison, the way it was so different.
Yeah.
Women are fighting against each other and then being on the CO side. Dude, they wouldn't care two F's for you if they saw you out there in the street. Like for real,
No. They wouldn't
you
even care
know?
who were getting beat up right in the pod. They would walk out.
No, exactly. So why would you stick up for a CO?
Well, because
I
I
don't.
thought she was really gonna get hurt the way she fell and hit her head, dude. She fell from standing up like this, and then she went boom, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I thought she was gonna get hurt.
Who was the CO?
It was. I
Do you
think it
remember?
was Molina. Was her? She was a big one. The ones that used to work back there in Seg. Maybe not Molina.
No, then it had to be what was her name?
She was a
Sadio.
bigger one.
Urbina?
Maybe she was. All I remember is that she was a bigger one, and she had lighter hair. And Sasha and her girlfriend had been planning it. They had been talking about it, but I didn't know what they were talking about because when you're in Seg, you hear them talking back and forth or fishing kites or whatever's going on, but you don't really know what's going on because they're like talking about their own conversation. I didn't
Yeah,
really know she was gonna attack the CO like that. I was like, it kind of freaked me out, is what it kind of did.
yeah. That's crazy.
I had really never seen nothing like that happen, like a inmate attacking a cop, like And then she's a red, she was level 4.
That's why the girlfriend did it, so she could go level 4 is why she did it.
And then what they did, do you remember what they did to them? They separated them. They had wanted to go, they were in the same pod together, and that's when they made 2 level 4s because they separated them. They put one in one pod and one across.
That's crazy. So all that for nothing.
Yep. And she picked up street charges. Those were street charges that she got for that guard. Because when you assault a guard like that, that's a street charge. That's not an in-house charge. An in-house charge, your possibility of chances of beating it, of not losing good time, of whatever. But when you pick up a street charge, that's like a whole nother ball game. Do you know what I mean? Like that's another, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I kind of was like, I felt like it was sad because she wanted her girlfriend to stay back there and sit with her like that. Like, I don't know, I didn't get it a little bit, but I guess
She could have done something else, you know what I
you
mean?
know
But
what I mean. Yeah, like there's other ways of doing it. You know what I mean? She could have pulled the SUI card. She could have done a lot of other things, not like that. Do you know what I mean? To be like, I'm gonna pick up a street charge because my girlfriend doesn't want me out in population and wants me to be with her, or
you're gonna have to leave the doors closed.
yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of times people don't know that that's a street charge.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
Hey, do you remember when what's her name? What was Ari's girlfriend's name? Was her name Capri?
Ari.
Remember when the Callies went and they I can't remember if they did stab her or they were going to stab her, and then the only reason I remember is because Ari was so mad. That was her girlfriend, and she's like, I don't care. And they were going to yard, and I was going with them to yard, and they slammed us down because G unit was coming down the corridor and F unit was coming like this, and they closed the bars right in between because there was gonna start a retaliation because of the fight.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember.
That's crazy.
They were. I just feel like the people at CCA were way more tough. No, you know what I mean? Like
they
more
were tough
crazier.
because I went to Sagan Springer because I got in a fight with somebody, And and all you spent was an hour in there. For real. I was like, this is sick. No wonder why you were there for an hour and then they let you go. And then you
Yeah,
go right back to the same unit.
yeah.
You and that
You
person
don't
go
yawn your bed. You don't nothing.
nothing. They don't even pack your stuff. I was like, oh heck.
The worst thing that would be for us to want to get in a fight and would deter us to get in a fight was losing our shit, them packing our shit going to property, and the potential of the property girls sifting through our shit and taking our shit, because you know that was mandatory. They would always go through and take whatever the fuck they wanted, and oh, you're not allowed to have this, or you can only have 3 of these and 4 of those and whatever. I used to always want to be a property girl. And I was like, I don't have the heart to do it. I could not do that to somebody. I could not go through your shit, take your shit, knowing that that's what they want me to do, and say, hey, Jules, you know what? They're making me take this shit on the homie tip. I would put all your shit on the side and then just be like, here's your bag. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what a cool property person would do.
Well, if you're friends with those kind with the property girls, you got treated like that. You know what I mean? Like I had friends that worked property, and they knew I went to SEG a lot, so they were cool like that with me. You know, so I didn't ever have that kind of issue or anything. And now you know how like in segregated CA they wouldn't let you have none of your property, absolutely
Nothing.
none, till they went through it. Well, Javardias and them, every time they would take me, they'd be like, Garcia, pack your stuff, and I would put in my shower bag. I already knew what I could take and what I couldn't take, but I would always have a pair of what do you call it, the tweezers, and I
Yeah.
would always put them inside of my lotion bottle because they don't
I
let you
think
have the
that's where I
tweezers.
learned that trick from you, because I learned that trick from somebody and I don't remember where, but I
Yeah.
learned from
So
you.
I would put I would put my tweezers in there because they don't give you shavers back there. And I didn't spend 7 days. I would spend like a couple weeks back there. So that's how I would shave is you're bored. So you pluck everything, all your hair from your legs all the way up, you know, you don't have nothing else to do but read books and pluck your hairs.
And wait for Mrs. Howard to come around with the card. Just
Heck
kidding.
yeah. And have a big old conversation with the library girls.
I know, huh?
Because you don't have no conversation anywhere else.
I know, I know. Thank God for Kissy and them, and they would come around and be so nice, and then they'd be like, "I'm gonna get you that book that you want," because they would feel
Yeah,
sorry for you. And then here comes the hoorah with your book and throws it in the little hole.
yeah,
I hate
exactly.
that porthole. That porthole's the worst. That's like, ugh.
That porthole I was used to because when I did MDC time, I was in segregation for like almost 2 years, like a year and a half, and then my last 6 months I went to population. So
How were you
I
there
was
so
used
long?
to
You're breaking up. Amal, you're breaking up, friend.
because somebody told me that this one girl had made a toothbrush shank and was gonna shank me, and I was like, do whatever, like I didn't believe that shit. Well, she was in PC. Okay, so I was in admin seg and I went into my visit with my mom and dad had came to visit. So I went into a visit and I guess they happened to let out the PC girls. And so they locked everybody down and they let them out. Well, I seen her on the phone. So I was always ready. So I didn't want them I knew that they would take away your soap if you put a soap in a sock. So I put a bunch of butterscotch candies in a sock. I made them real hard and like with the warm water, and I made it into a hard ball and I put it at the bottom of the sock. and I tied it at the bottom so they wouldn't be flying everywhere. And I put me like a hand thing, and I would always keep that inside my pants. So that way I would be able to smack her hand of that toothbrush, and it would be knocked out. Well, then she happened to come out, and I got on the phone. The CO didn't snap because medication came. So she's walking around with medication. And my friend T, remember T?
Yeah.
T McBride?
Yeah.
Well, her and Sweetmeat were there, and they were their BOs, and they were cleaning, and they're all, go ahead, Jules. And they closed the CO upstairs, and I went over there, and I told that girl, I said, who's talking shit now, bitch? And she was on the phone, and I just started hitting her, boom, boom, and you see the toothbrush go flying, and so did I. Let go of the sock, and so T got the sock, and she unraveled everything, threw candy under people's doors, and then she hid the sock inside the laundry basket. And then they ran back cameras and put me in reds because they said I used a weapon. But they didn't see her toothbrush go flying.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's why I was locked down for a while.
Damn. I'm all done. I think we're done.